A Virginia lawmaker just sent a clear and ominous signal to Donald Trump and Mike Johnson. Be prepared because you both could soon be out of a job. Wouldn't that be nice? If you need some holiday cheer going into this first December weekend, stick around. You'll want to deck the halls after this one. I'm David Reddish. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. And I know you're probably sick of hearing about our subscriber drive, but I still have to say, subscribe now if you haven't. We have the news, we keep you up to date, and together we work to cure the nation of the orange chlamydia infecting the Oval Office. Now, with that out of the way, let's move on. Earlier this year, in the wake of Trump's political comeback, alarmists were concerned that the Democratic Party was leaderless and on the brink of dissolution. Since then, Democrats have proven otherwise, scoring major special election wins in multiple states, and even putting up a significant fight in deep red districts. See our other videos for more on all of that. At times like this, I'm reminded of what one pundit said about Hillary Clinton. She's the real-life Freddy Krueger, because just when you think she's politically dead, she makes a comeback. And what can I say, except there's a reason the Democratic Party is the oldest and most durable political party on this planet. Hit us with your car, we're there. Incinerate us in a furnace, we're still there. Attack us with a chainsaw, we get up again. And worse for Republicans, we have fight. Don't believe me? Check out this midterm warning that aired yesterday on CNN.
Take a look here. Okay, 2025 U.S. House special elections. Dems outrunning Kamala Harris. A lot of blue here, a lot of blue, which is what I think the nation might look like a year from now if these results hold. Arizona 7, you see a 17 outperformance of Kamala Harris. 23 points in Florida 1, 16 points in Florida 6, 13 points in Tennessee 7, 28 points in Texas 28, and then 17 points in Virginia 11. So we've seen it throughout the nation, whether you go from the suburbs of Washington, D.C., all the way to the southwest in Arizona, whether you're looking at Texas, whether you're looking at Tennessee, whether you go down to Florida, we have seen the Democratic outperformance of Kamala Harris happening across the political map. What happened last night in Tennessee ain't just staying in Tennessee. It is spreading itself throughout the nation. As I said, to me, looking at these results, it looks like a blue wave is building.
And it's not just that it's blue, it's that it's double-digit blue.
It is exactly right. It's double-digit blue. I will note, I looked at the stats. If, in fact, you had a 13-point shift like we saw in Tennessee, and you applied that to the 2024 presidential map, we are talking about a gain for Democrats of north of 40 seats.
And it gets better, so stick around. The projection that Democrats could win around 40 seats is dreadful news for Trump, who would likely face another impeachment, and House Speaker Mike "Has-No" Johnson, who would likely face unemployment. Again, see our other videos for more on those stories. But this also comes as big news in light of Trump's gerrymandering scheme. That is, his pressure on red states to redistrict in an off year and fix the outcome of the midterms for a Republican win. That move has sparked major pushback from blue states, including California's Governor Gavin Newsom, who have launched their own, and more successful, redistricting efforts to counteract Republican pickups. And now, that news just got even bleaker for Trump and Johnson. Meet Virginia House Democratic Speaker Don Scott. Speaking last night at the American Property Owners Alliance, Scott revealed that he has a plan of his own to fight Trump and Johnson, and this one is big. Take a look. Now, this is a long clip, but Scott describes the whole plan in detail, so make sure to watch it all.
Tell us a little bit about how you think that's going to go here, and if you can give us any hints about how it will play out.
Well, first of all, we got to realize, we didn't want to have to do this. This was done because Donald Trump told Texas, Indiana, North Carolina, our neighbors, to rig their election and make sure his policies are so unpopular he couldn't win the midterm. So he's rigging it, redrawing those states' maps, and basically disenfranchising Virginians, and disenfranchising other parts of the country who now their voices won't be heard. Their voices will be minimized because he's rigging the election. And so, I don't know how y'all did, but I grew up in 3rd Ward in Houston, and if a bully came and punched you in the mouth, you didn't sit there and cry. You better punch back unless you're going to keep getting punched. And that's where we are right now. We have a bully, and he has a bully pulpit, and he's bullying these folks in these states to change the rules. And so we have an opportunity, we have an obligation, I think, to stand up and do something different. And in Virginia, because we have this trifecta, we have an opportunity to do some redistricting, to look at redrawing the maps. Our congressional delegation right now is 6-5 Democrats, 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans. You know, 10-1 is not out of the realm. And I think, yeah, I mean, you laugh. No, I'm not joking.
I think it's a
no, 10-1 is not out of the realm to be able to draw the maps in a succinct, community-based way. But we're going to take a look at it. We have to. We're in the Congress right now is like a 3-vote difference. And so if he keeps rigging these things by 1 and 2s and 3s, we have to push back. And so right now, Virginia's going to have an opportunity. We have a long process to do that. Ultimately, the voters decide. The legislature, we have to make a constitutional amendment. We've already voted for the first resolution. In Virginia, you have to vote for it twice with an intervening election. So we voted for it once. We had an election. We'll vote for it again, more than likely on January 14th. That's why I say things happen fast. And then once we do that, we'll set a date, pass some legislation to set a date for an election to happen on whether we should adopt that proposed constitutional amendment to allow us to do what they call it the decennial, right? Every 10 years. So a mid-decennial redrawing of the maps. And that's what we would do if we were able to pass that. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of more TV commercials again. I apologize in advance because it's gonna be a whole campaign. And hopefully most of y'all will support it because we cannot allow folks to rig the system in the middle of the cycle and we not respond. And that's what we're doing.
A 10-1 district redraw. That's a big pickup, which doesn't even factor in CNN's prediction of a 40-seat pickup. In other words, at the moment, it looks like Democrats would have a major majority in the House. Hakeem Jeffries would become Speaker, speaking of fighters, and Trump would have some major checks on his power. Count on investigations into everything from Epstein to corporate kickbacks to insider stock trading to Trump's bombing of boats in the Caribbean and Pete Hegseth's potential war crimes. Again, for more on all of that, see our other videos here on the channel. Regardless, this is a time for Democrats to have some hope and a time for us to remember and remind everyone else that we are brawlers who don't back down from bullies. We are not afraid of Donald Trump. It's Trump who should be afraid of us. Now then, who wants to go hang a holiday wreath? This is Occupy Democrats.